Alrighty, it's your boys Yuxis, and we're back with another Black Clover Mobile Rise of the Wizard King video. Now, obviously, Black Clover Mobile is going to be coming out very soon, and I know I haven't made a video about Black Clover Mobile since the beta, and that's kind of why I'm making a video now, because I don't want to just come back and start making content for the game when the game drops. I want to have some videos out for you guys before or ahead of time, so that you guys, I guess have a reason to watch me when the game actually drops. So, obviously, for the people who do not know, I was actually ranked number 1 in the beta server, beta closed testing server, whatever you want to call it. I was ranked number 1. Now, obviously, I've lost all that because it was just a beta, but I feel like that holds some type of credibility because everybody in the beta server was on the even playing field. We were all on the same playing field. Nobody could spend money. We all had the same amount of resources and everything like that. So obviously, if I'm number 1, and not by just a bit, by like a decent chunk, if I'm number 1, that means I'm doing something right? Obviously, everybody else is doing something right too, but obviously, your boy got the knowledge and the strats to be also, there is going to be a Discord server called Divine Kingdom. It's going to be in the link in the description. That's where all the YouTubers are. That's where we're gonna have all the information, all that type of stuff. So if you guys want to join, you guys can go in the comments, or hopefully I put in the comments, but the description, and click on the link. Now, there's also other great YouTubers you guys can check out. Antho, Blade Cipher, Giku, Shiny S, Blaze Jace. There's a lot more, right? Obviously. And I highly recommend you guys go ahead and watch all these YouTubers as well, because they all also have knowledge on the game, right? I know some of them were high ranked in PvP. Some of them were actually right up there with me in the top 10 for the beta. I think Antho was up there. I know Blade was up there sometimes. Giku didn't even know about the top 10 rankings, official like top 10 rankings for just your account rank, but he was high up there in PvP. Obviously, Shiny S, he's up there in PvP as well. And Blaze J does showcases like crazy. And again, there's a lot more other YouTubers. You guys will probably see them around. So make sure you guys support any and everybody you get to see. Now, for like information and leaks and stuff like that, there's a Twitter account you can go follow. His name is Kaku BlackClover. Hopefully I remember to put their links in the description. But yeah, if you definitely want information on the game, leaks or anything like that, you want to go check out Kaku. There's also a website in the works by Balil. Obviously, when the game was coming to an end for the beta, I think that's when he started working on the website. So it's not really finished yet, and obviously he hasn't been able to continue working on it just because we don't have the information. I don't think anybody stored down information in like a Google spreadsheet or anything, so we can't just put it in there. But when the game does release, I think he will be working on it again, and I know there's going to be some people actually helping him work on it, in terms of giving him information and stuff like that. So look forward to that website. Now, pre-registrations has already been confirmed to release in February, which is great because that means the game will come out guaranteed by May, because when a game gets pre-registered on Google Play, it only has 90 days to be pre-registered, and then they must launch their game. So if it was to come out in February, which I think obviously Kaku has already confirmed it, the pre-registration will happen in February. That means the game will come out in May. At least that's the latest it'll come out. I'm thinking the game will come out in March, or hopefully March, right? But May will be the latest it has to come out, right? Guarantee, if the pre-registration happens in February, which has been leaked too, right? I've seen they also already completed the pre-registration, so it's ready to go, right? Pre-registration is ready to go. I wouldn't be surprised if I could pre-register today, tomorrow, next week, or in the next 2 weeks, right? So there is that. But yep, it does take 90 days for a game to be up there, or it only has 90 days to be for pre-registration, and then they have no choice but to launch the game. So from whenever the game does get pre-registered, we have a confirmed date of when, or I guess the latest, the game must come out. Now on my channels, there are videos ready. Like I said earlier, I have videos recorded on who to build, all these types of videos, guides for like the content and obviously the events there. So look forward to all that stuff. Make sure you guys subscribe and all that stuff. We're gonna go crazy when Black Clover drops, because obviously I'm not the biggest Black Clover fan, but I do rock with Black Clover a lot. I think this Black Clover game obviously has credibility, right? It is the most anticipated game on co-op, right? It's nothing really crazy, but on that list, as it for being at number one is pretty good. I only assume it's number one because it's like been out for so long, or it's been talked about for so long, right? But there's other games there like Origins and Solo Leveling that are under it, which is crazy because those games are like really, really hyped up right now, right? So for Black Clover to be one and then having those games at 6 and 7 for most anticipated game, you know, is pretty cool. But again, it doesn't really mean anything special, right? It's just on co-op, and it's probably just because the game has, you know, been talked about for so long, and now we're finally getting stuff for it. So there is that. Now, I already speak about the pre-registration and how long it takes, but like I said earlier, my expected release date is going to be March, hopefully. If the game drops in February, or if it pre-registers in February, I think the game should drop in March, just because when we played the beta, it felt ready. It felt ready to go. You know what I mean? The game, literally the only problem was probably the summoning rates and stuff like that. But after we had a step up banner, I don't think we're going to have a step up banner for every new character, because that would mean only 7 steps and you're guaranteed a new character, right? But they did have a step up system, and they did have a, I guess, just a pity system, but it was like at pity you were just guaranteed a random SSI, right? So I don't know if they're gonna fix that. I know for a fact we had 3 surveys in the beta, and everybody said to please do something about that. So hopefully when the game drops, they did do something about that, but we only have to wait to see. Now the game is actually confirmed to get a PC version. I know it's been leaked and all that stuff, right? So there will be a PC version. I can't tell you where it's going to go. I don't know if it's going to have to go through another launcher, or if it's just going to have its main downloaded version. I don't know, right? Most of these games either go through DMM if they're like a full Japanese game, but this game is in English as well. It does have a JP version, but it is in English, so we should be good. Or I don't know if it's going to be like 7 Deadly Sins, where they have their own launcher and everything ready, right? So I don't know if it's going to be like that, but they do have a PC version. Now, what to expect when the game releases? Simple. The best time of your life. The game was great, right? When I tell you guys nobody's overhyping this game, I mean it. The game was actually so fun to play. It was great, especially PvP, right? PvP was against bots, and it was still fun because it was like the bots were, how can I explain this? It was like fairly difficult, right? Regardless, right? Obviously, you could still lose, right? Most of these games where it comes to a bot, you can win or lose based on your power, but even in this game, power didn't really matter. If your team, like if their team was nasty, if they had Real on their team and William, and you just had like a bunch of R characters, but your power was 200k, or even, I don't want to say just a bunch of R characters, but R and SSR characters, and your power was 200k, and there was like 150k, you could lose to them, right? Because characters like Real are broken and stuff like that. If you want to see a tier list for my videos, or if you want to see a tier list for all these things, I have it on my channel, right? You guys can check out the tier list for best SSRs in the game, best SSRs or SRs in Arena. I have those videos up already from the beta, so obviously I'm going to make a new one when the game actually releases, but I think it should fare out for the remaining time, right? But yes, expect all the greatness to come from this game. If you did play the beta, I'm not going to tell you to expect a lot of free summons. I know during the beta they gave so many summons, but that's just because there was no way to spend on the game to actually get currency. So obviously they had to give us the maximum amount of currency they could, so that we can enjoy our time summon, get the experience and the feel of it, right? But I'm not saying the game is not going to give us that much currency. Just don't expect every type of way we got currency from the beta. Don't expect it all to come to the actual game, because it's most likely not going to happen like that. But for now, just be ready for the game. I think BlackCloverMobile is going to be great. It depends on how they do things. Hopefully they don't ruin it, because I know games like Slimy Sakai Memories, they was pretty good, right? But the problem with that game was that they dropped the banner literally every week, and they did not give enough currency for us to balance that out. And there's other games like Strongest Hero, right? That game on release was very fun and great as well. But the problem was like stamina, and obviously there was an incident where there was like a YouTuber that obviously like just ruined the game, right? I mean, like he had a big following, and then I guess he got mad at something, and then like just told everyone to refund or something. So he did something, it was kind of weird. But yeah, obviously just be ready for Black Clover Mobile when it drops, and I'll see you guys there, right? Expect videos from me maybe throughout the weeks and stuff like that. I'm not gonna post every single day, obviously, because it's gonna be hard to post a video about a game that's not out every single day, but I am gonna try to have content for you guys, you know, here and there, try to keep you guys updated with stuff like that if they're important, right? I know there was leaks for skins. I'm not gonna really make a video about skins when I can't even give you the official release date, right? Doesn't make sense. So just expect videos from me, obviously, about the game, all that stuff. I'll keep you guys updated. But for now, Zuxis is out.